Hey everybody, hello. I'm making a pound cake, and it's actually, the recipe is a Kentucky butter cake, but I'm gonna kind of put my own spin on it, okay? In here I have my 1 cup of regular granulated sugar, another cup of brown sugar, and a half a cup of 2 sticks of butter rather. And I also have a cup of buttermilk. I didn't have buttermilk, so I just poured a little vanilla in here. That'll work. So I have my 1 cup of buttermilk here. This is our 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And we're gonna also have 4 eggs. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with this. And here I have 3 cups of flour. I do have, I also have, there's my baking powder, which is 1 teaspoon of baking powder and a half a teaspoon of baking soda. Also 1 teaspoon of salt in here, okay? All mixed up. So I got everything in here, so we're just gonna start. Get everything going. Get everything going until it gets a little fluffy. But before it does that, I just want to check the bottom. Make sure that whatever sugar is still sitting there that's not joining the party. Okay, so here we go. All right. Okay. All right, so give this a few more seconds. After that, I'm going to be dropping in the eggs one at a time. Okay, and you don't want to drop your eggs in while your mixer is going. So so I slowed it down. So I'm going to put 1 in. Okay, but put that back up. I'm gonna put 1 in. Get it mixed in. I'll put another 1 in. Just 1 at a time. And that's our 4th egg. So that's 4 eggs. And let me turn this up. Let's get that going. You see it's starting to become really light and fluffy. Okay. Okay, and now I'm going to add my 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay. Get that mixing. And actually, the difference in this recipe that I'm actually gonna do is I'm adding a teaspoon of all these extracts. So this is almond extract. I'm putting a teaspoon in here. So I got a teaspoon of almond extract. This is butter extract. Putting a teaspoon of butter extract in here. Okay. We have here our coconut extract. Alrighty. We're adding all our flavors. It's kind of like there is a recipe for a 5-flavor pound cake or something like that. But I just kind of do this whenever I'm making pancakes now. This is lemon extract. Also 1 teaspoon. Alright, and I already put this one in, right? The coconut, yeah. Alright, so we already poured, this is actually the rum. I'm mistaking this for my vanilla. This is our rum extract. Okay, this is our rum. So I'm going to pour our rum extract in here. And that's it for our extracts. Okay. Alright, so let me mix this up a bit. Wonderful. It smells so good, guys. It smells really good. Okay, so now I'm going to add our flour. So we're adding the flour in thirds. Okay? Starting with flour and ending with flour. So, okay. So it's about a third of what I have here. Start, and with the flour, you want to go slow, otherwise you have flour all over the place. Okay. And now with my buttermilk, you notice when I put the, because I didn't have buttermilk, I put the, poured a little vinegar in here, and that kind of separates it, thickens it up, and gives it that buttermilk flavor. Okay, let me just put this down. I'm going to put a third in here. Okay. Then we're going to start again. Okay, we're going to go with another third of our mixture, our flour mixture. Okay, mix that in. And we have our oven preheated at 350, and I do recommend in a bundt pan. I always have trouble with my bundt pans because I could flour till the cows come home. It just always sticks somewhat. So I actually use the the wrapper from the butter and just use it kind of like as wax paper. And so you'll see it when we're ready to go here. Okay. All right. So now we're going to put the last of our flour mixture in here. See, there's a mess over here. And get going, mixing a little more. And the rest of our buttermilk. Okay. Right, so now I'm gonna mix everybody up. And like I said, the oven has been preheating at 350, and I'm gonna put that in. It's gonna cook for you know, for about 60 to 65 minutes, or until you see it, you know, you think it's ready by checking it with like a toothpick or something, and it comes out clean. So this is when I'm going to go in and clean off the sides and everything. Very good. And go down to the bottom, because you don't know what's going on down there. There's an attachment for this thing that I need to get that's kind of sweeps the bottom, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, it looks like everything. Make sure there's nothing that's not mixing down at the bottom. Okay, all right. So this is our final mix. Alrighty now. Okay, so let me put these out of the way a little bit. Bring my bundt pan over here, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I remember when my mom used to bake, she used to always use the butter wrappers as wax paper. So I kind of just threw that in here. And because you see I floured it and butter, you know, greased it and floured it. But no matter what, it still sticks. But that's okay. Get this out. Okay, so now okay, get all that going, pour it in. And this is my own thing. I just use the base butter recipe, and then use a base butter recipe, and then put in my spices, the different flavors that I want. Okay, so here I go. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. Let me clean this out. Okay, so here we are. Okay. And oops, let me I'm just gonna try to settle this a little bit, kind of. All right, so and there's a glaze that goes with this. You could do if you want. It's kind of, I think it's like a half a cup to 3/4 of a cup granulated sugar, like a third a cup of butter, and about 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of water, and some like two teaspoons of vanilla extract. And you just put it on your stove, and once it comes to a boil, you take it off, let it cool. When the cake comes out, then at that point, let it cool for a little bit in the pan on a rack. Let it cool for you know, I would say let it cool for about 10-15 minutes. Then you poke holes. Well, I usually poke holes before I do that. Poke some holes in there and then pour that warm glaze over it so that it kind of seeps in. It gives you extra moistness, okay? All right, so I'm going to stick this in the oven. It's at 350 and it's going to be for about 60 to 65 minutes, all right? I'll let you know what it looks like when it comes out. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.